In this video, we're going to talk about how to go from negative habits to positive habits in any domain. And the idea is called awareness training, and it comes from the book The Power of Habits by Charles Duhigg. Now, if you want to change your habits from negative to positive, first of all, what you need to do is identify what is the negative habit and what is the positive habit you want to change to. And then you also want to identify the cue or the trigger that causes that positive or that negative habit to happen. Once you identify the trigger that triggers this negative habit, what you want to do is start carrying around with you an index card. Once you have an index card, every time you're triggered with that cue, every time you have the trigger and you want to indulge in that negative habit, you're going to start putting a check mark on that index card. Every time you feel that trigger and every time you want to indulge in the negative habit, you're going to put a check mark. So what you've done in effect is you've trained yourself to become aware of this negative behavior every time it's coming along, and that is a really good thing. Once you've trained yourself to become aware of this behavior, now you can replace it with positive behavior. And the way to do it is, again, to carry around an index card, and every time you feel the cue, you're gonna on the index card, you're gonna put a check mark. But now you're gonna do something more profound. You're gonna also replace the negative behavior with the positive behavior, and every time you do the positive behavior, you're going to put a hashtag or some sort of a mark that indicates that you actually made progress. So every time you become aware of the cue, you're going to put a check mark, and every time you do a positive behavior, you do the positive routine instead of the negative routine, you're going to put a hashtag. And that's how you're going to actually train yourself. You're going to, every time you do positive behavior, you're going to reward yourself with this sign, and that's going to cause you to now retrain yourself to go from negative to positive behavior. For example, maybe one of the challenges you have is that every time you feel bored, you feel frustrated, what you do is you pick up your phone and you check your social media. You waste all your time. You go through the whole process of going through Facebook and Twitter and email and just checking your phone status and all that stuff, and you waste a hell of a lot of time every time you do that. The way to manage this problem is first identify what is the positive routine you're going to build instead of this negative routine of checking all your stats. The positive routine maybe you want to build is, every time I feel bored, I want to instead read a few pages of a good book. Okay, so this is the positive routine you want to install. And the way you're going to do it is, initially you're going to carry around an index card, and every time you feel the feeling of boredom coming along and you're just about to check your phone, for Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, you're going to put a check mark. Every time you feel the urge for doing any of these social media sites, you're going to put a check mark. And now you're going to move into the positive realm, into the positive domain. And every time you're going to have your index card, and every time you feel bored, you're going to, instead of doing social media, instead of doing Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, email, anything like that, you're going to instead read a book. You're going to read a book, as you had told yourself. That's the positive routine you have built. That's the positive ritual you're building. And every time you do that, you're going to put a hashtag on your index card. So you're going to put a check mark for becoming aware that you were bored, and then you're going to put a hash mark for every time you decide to move to reading the book or do something like that, right? So simple process: check mark for when you feel bored, and then, or feel the trigger to do your negative behavior, and then hash mark for actually reading a book, for doing the positive ritual. And over time you will train yourself to do this positive ritual. So this is a really simple awareness training that will help you move from the negative habits into the realm of positive habits. So this is one of our 250 plus productivity and execution ideas we cover in the 2x productivity program, which is all about helping you become more productive and get massive results at a rapid pace in your life. In the program, we summarize 50 of the greatest books on these topics. So we are in the members area right now, and as you can see, each book is summarized by breaking down the book into key ideas and creating videos to explain each of those key ideas. I distill the wisdom into these quick videos so that you can quickly absorb the knowledge and apply it in your life. In the program, we summarize 50 of the greatest books on productivity, on time management, on goal setting, on leverage, on strategy, on execution mindset, on defeating procrastination, on execution systems, on routines, rituals, and habits, and even on brain performance. This is the complete package on how to get the best results in the limited time we all have in our lives. So the program is currently in pre-launch phase, and hence it's heavily discounted. You can get the lifetime access to this program for less than the cost of 2 hardcover books. So it's a really good deal. And the price goes up by 30% in the next few days. So if you are interested, right now would be a great time to join the program. And I'm so confident in this program that I'm offering you a world-class 365-day money-back guarantee. That's right. If you are not satisfied with the course for any reason in the next 1 year, just let us know and we'll give you all your money back. No questions asked. So if you would like to grab this course, you can click right here in the top right corner of your screen on the I button, or you can go to 2000books.com/results, or you can just click on this big button here to get access to their 2x productivity program. And the links are also in the description below. So I'm looking forward to having you inside the course. I'm looking forward to serving you inside the course. If you have any questions, please leave the comments below.